Hello everyone, welcome. Facebook Live on a Tuesday night. Sorry, I made myself jump there. Facebook Live on a Tuesday, and we are doing our big Q&A of over 3 platforms today. I've got a little bit better. Firstly, let me apologise to the Instagram people yesterday. It's in a different orientation, isn't it? So every time it flicked away from me onto a pod, all you got was one alarm or just the middle of 2 standing together. So hopefully you got the gist. I did say it was a bit of a test. I'm trying to get myself used to how to do this, but today hopefully we've got this all sorted. I've already seen people online, and we've got the chat going, so I can see questions from people on YouTube, and I can see people on Facebook. So hello everybody. So looks like we've got some European people on YouTube, so hello to you. Tamas and Wojciech, hello, and hello to all the regulars on my YouTube, on the Facebook page. So welcome. Sean Bailey, first one to pop up. Jago Tinivala, Mark Mancini, Clive Nash, hello to all of you. Right, so what are we doing today? The idea of today is you ask the questions and I will answer them as best as I can. So we're going to get to you as quickly as we can. I'm going to try and have a look on Instagram as well. Hopefully we are up on Instagram. I can't see us at the moment, so I'm struggling to access the questions on or any posts on Instagram, but I will continue to try and work out how to do that as we go along. That was always going to be the difficult one, but I like setting myself a challenge. So without further ado, let's crack on then. So this is Q&A. You ask whether you're on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, ask away, and then I will answer questions as best I can and see how we go from there. So let's see who's got the first question. Lots of people saying hello, and I appreciate it, everybody joining us. I really do. I'm doing this for a bit of fun, and trying to keep myself sane and you guys entertained a bit as well. So, and hopefully it's of some benefit to you. So what have we got? First question, Philip D. Let's have a look. Hi, I have a txi Plus and I have to turn the volume up before I can, then down to low, and if they're on 1 or 2 I don't get any sound. Is that normal? Clearly not normal. The volume should be 0 through to maximum. So Philip, you've got a problem with your alarm there. The volume or the speaker, it's either the pot is damaged or the speaker's not working correctly, so that alarm will need to come back to us. So best thing, download our app and then you'll see repairs, and then you can book that in once we are back to normal, which isn't going to be for a while by the looks of it, but just bear with it for now, and then we will go from there. So I hope that helps that. Jeff Cross, is the bike for sale? It might be. You're going to make me an offer? It's like an eBay. It hasn't been used yet out this one. I'm not had the time for bike rides. My son has used it a couple of times recently, but no, so it's there. The cat boxes are for sale. If anybody wants a cat box, maybe I'll have a clear out in the garage and see what goes on. Hello from across the pond, Alfredo Stolio. Hello from you, USA, I assume. Matt Gale, in the future, is there possible for different tones? Don't quite understand what you mean. We can change the tone. You've got 64 tones on a txi-d, and you've digital tones. You've got 16 tones on the EVD, and you've got the I can grab my bits, flick back between 2 things, and then you've got the rotary control that you control the tone on the older one. So not quite sure what you mean on that. Maybe as I scroll down you can give me a bit more detail of what it is that you are trying to say, Matt Gow. Martin, hello mate, hello. Shane Robinson, I have 2 water damaged txi Pluses, caused them to lose audio. Can they be repaired? Yes, everything can be repaired, unless they are completely submerged for days and rusted through to hell. I don't see any issue why we can't repair TXI pluses. The whole plus range is still fully repairable and serviceable, repairable indefinitely. You know, we've got parts to keep going on that. The old range, the first TXIs and the first standards and the old receivers, there is very limited things we can do on those, but TXI pluses all good. Alan, hello from Belgium. We're getting a global audience. There we go. There's a spider on your light above you. Is there really? Matt Gale, let's have a quick look. I'm looking at a screen and doing that. I don't know. What's that? Maybe there is. He's going to jump on me. Let's have a look. Terry Whitaker, this is on YouTube. Hello, I have slim lights. Will they fit the new txi-ds? Yes. Yes, 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 and yes. I have done this and gone through this loads of times. All visual indication systems fit all the plus range and the new digital range. Totally interchangeable. So no problem whatsoever. You might need a different base, but they all come with it anyway. But the socket in the bottom is the same. So whether it's the new nightlight indication sets, they'll work with the old alarms. It all works. So you have no problem there. Danny3636 is on YouTube. I keep getting notifications from the app on my phone, but cannot find nothing about the message when I open the app. You go into where do you go into? Just remind myself what it's called, just to make sure where it is on my. I'm looking on my app now. I think you go into your profile, and then all the messages are on your profile. So yeah, you get a notification. Depends whether you've set them to come up on your phone. Maybe best setting it so that it will pop up on your phone when it comes up. But if you go into profile, it's got notification there, and it's got a history of all the notifications that have come through. Excuse me, going to be doing a lot of chatting, so keep him refreshed. Best keep those notifications going, because obviously we'll let people know straight away what is happening in terms of when we get back up running, and we'll ping everybody on there. And don't forget to download that app. I know the competition ended, but that app, if you haven't downloaded it yet, if you're watching for the first time, hello, by the way. If you're just joining us on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, we're having a live Q&A. I'm trying to answer as many questions as I can. And if you haven't downloaded that app yet, it is awesome. It gives you all the help you need with our new products. It gives you help with our old products. It allows you to order spares, book in your repairs, use the shop, put the warranty in, find your local dealer. It's got instructions. It has got quick videos, bite-sized videos all on there. So it is the perfect companion when you're fishing for using our products. So please download that app. There may be different competitions running in the future. You know, we had a big one, and that was the big launch. But everything's on there, so any information will be on that app. Hello from Hungary. Hello, Hasbar. Hello. Let's hear. Steve Underwood. Love them, but the night lights are crap. Can't see them unless you're dead in line. Don't know which ones you've got. Obviously, the night lights are. Let's have a look. Have I got them to hand? So they glow up all the way around. So it depends which ones you've got. So if I plug in, have I got an alarm here? Yes, I have. I'm going to do the wrong thing, but let me just light that up. Turn that on. So no, not the best one to pick. I picked an EV, but that lights up all the way around. So if you've got the Nightlight Pros, they are deliberately got a black back on. Let me just grab one of those. He says, searching into his little box. Man looks in tub. There we go. I can switch to the camera. I have got two cameras set up. I've set one up so that we've got a bit more of a straight on view, but to help our Instagram people. So this is a night light. Yeah, okay, it's got a black back on it. It's still got pretty good range of vision, but the newer ones, if I plug that in there, I don't know if it's a green one. I might do the cardinal sin of plugging a wrong one into a wrong one. Pull the plug out, do that. So you can see that's in night mode. Okay, that lights up. So that lights up all the way around, and it's the same with the nightlight indication set. And I'm going to try and grab one of those. Is it the right colour? Oh, I'm going to do what I said I shouldn't do because it's the first one to hand. But sorry, you have to shoot me. But there you go. Never plugged the wrong colour in, but that's just because it's a quick demo. Lights up all the way around. Okay, so depends which one you got. So I can't see that. I think it just depends how you've got yours set up. Hello from Latvia. Ciao Kayet. My wife is Latvian, so I know a little bit of Latvian. So Christopas, hello. Kite the Viet. And hello Lee, Vlad. I wonder what is the next, is that length of the V2 of Nightlight V2's slim carb. Thank you. What is the exact length? I don't have a ruler to hand, but I can tell you that they're slightly longer than the slim light ones. So there's two different variations. So let me take that out of there so that you can see. Because these are on the fly, I don't know what you're going to ask. I'm trying to do these things as quickly as possible. So I'm sorry if that, let me switch to that camera because it's going to have a better focus than this one. I'm still waiting for my webcam to turn up. So, if you can see, oh, I've just done that, let's turn that out of the way. So there's the two different lengths, okay? So this one is for the Nightlight V2, and this one, the shorter one, is for the slim carb, because it has a bit more of a, bit of give to put the bigger hanger in. I don't know what the exact length is. I think it says it on our website. So if you go to delkim.co.uk, there is a... Oh, did I show you? Oh, sorry. Idiots. Very sorry. I didn't change the camera. There you go. It's live. So, sorry. There we go. So there's the longer one. That's for the V2 nightlight. So that's the nightlight indication set. And that's the shorter one for the slim light indication set. So they are different lengths. But I don't know what the exact length is off the top of my head. I haven't got a ruler to hand. Sorry about that. Evening Lee, Stephen Clare, hello. Hello from Wales. I love the tones. Your merchandise you sell, when are you going to sell them in big boy sizes, 4XL? Wow. Probably not much call for those super sizes, I'm afraid. 3XL was about as big as we could get. So 4XL is a big old size. So I don't know is the answer to that. Let's have a look. Okay, Daniel Gasser. Let's have a look at this. Okay, I'll read it as it read, and hopefully we get to the bottom. Do you think that it is fair that your loyal customers can't get repairs on their old systems now that you've replaced it with the new system? I spent a lot of money only to be told my receiver can't be fixed. If you could, it would cost the same as a new one, but you can no longer sell me one. Right, Daniel, we can repair all our products. So I don't know who you spoke to and why. If your product had been so severely damaged that it was beyond economic repair, then that is a different scenario. So there comes a point when if the item is so badly damaged or rusted or corroded that it would cost the same as a new one to fix it, then it's beyond economic repair. So we don't do that. But we repair all our products. So I can't see why you've been informed on that and why we can't repair that item. So I'd have to look back on it. Maybe I'll come back to you personally when I look for some more information. But we do repair everything, unless it's been so badly damaged by the user that it just can't do anything with it. So, and that is very, very rare indeed. So yeah, as I've just said, we repair all our products, so we're not stopping. Is there another possible sound when the line goes slack? Greets from Netherlands. I assume you're saying similar to it when you get a drop back. We don't have a drop back differentiation on our products, but because they are so sensitive, they are fantastic. Whether the line goes forward or back or vibrates, they pick up. Doesn't matter if it tells you it goes backwards. If it doesn't pick it up anyway, if the line skips over the roller and doesn't grip the line when you get a drop back. And do remember, a drop back is only as good as the weight you've got to take it up. That is always going to be the key. So they're always a pain. If you're using super light bobbins, it's going to be very difficult to pick up dropbacks, you know, whichever system that you're using. Pounds Cart, can you show us how to use the TXi LED light? I know it's got 4 settings. Which one is the normal setting? As I know they are different light settings with the first beat brightest. Thanks. Okay, yes, I can do that. Let me just unscrew this from. Oh, yep. Let's turn that off. Okay, so I'll get a TXi quickly and unscrew it from my pod. Sorry, man, unscrews TXi. Right, I'll have to look at myself doing this just to make sure. Okay, so one TXi Plus. You can say the same for a Standard Plus. So I turn it on. It has medium brightness with no night marking. That is the default setting. So whenever you turn it, if you want medium setting, no night marking, you have to turn the alarm on, off, and back on again. Okay. If I press the button for 1 pip, that now has medium brightness, and that will go out in a minute, with night marking. You can see that that is glowing on there. Okay. If I hold it down for 2, okay, that is full brightness, daytime. Okay. If I hold it down for 3, okay, we call that idiot mode, demo mode, effectively full brightness with night marking. So really it's for when we do shows, because we need it on full brightness, and then we want to show the night marking, but you wouldn't really want to use that at night. And if I hold that down for 4, I then have, that's the lowest brightness, and then it will go into night marking. So those are the 5 settings, and if I want medium, I turn it off and back on again. And that kicks back in again, so it'll be back on medium brightness. Eventually when it turns back on, because it'll be sending the anti-theft signal. There we go. Okay, so hopefully that answers that question. There we go. Mark Buttygig, when should I consider servicing my alarms? Good question. I have TXi Pluses that are working fine. Just wondered what you recommend. If they're working fine, you carry on doing what you're doing, and they will keep lasting you. Okay, electronics don't need servicing. Delkims have no moving parts, so the whole point is there are nothing to wear out apart from the rotary controls, and you're not whizzing them up and down. Okay, they are the only moving parts. But if it ain't broke, there's nothing you can do. Same as your TV. You don't get a man in every year to come and service your television. When it goes bang, you get somebody in to come and fix it. That's the point. You can't predict component failure. You just don't know. It could, go tomorrow. It can go. There's alarms going for 20 years, 25 years, still going strong, because you just look after them. You're obviously doing something right. You look after them, they will look after you. Okay, that's the way forward. Is it Priyan? Hello from Romania. Excellent. What we got? How much does it cost to make a txi-d? Okay, well, Matt Gale, clearly that's information that I can't give out. But we're a manufacturing business. It's all the time and the effort and the development and the software and the R&D that goes into any product which you pay for, not just the pure bits of plastic and components. So the car is a bit of metal and all molded up, but it's the time and the effort that went into making it that is the cost of any product. So that's why things are priced as they are. One of my LEDs is duller than the other one. Can it be fixed? TX Plus, I Plus, yes. I keep saying, any problems, nothing we can do about it now. Do not send us any repairs at the moment, because we cannot book them in, so they're just going to sit in the office. If you have sent anything in, then please just check your tracking information and make sure that it's arrived and it'll be kept somewhere safe. But once we're back up and running, download the app, book the repair in, and away we go. Okay, let's have a look. Dan Bates, are you still able to provide the original dome stickers for the Delkim Pluses? Only mine starts to come away. Yes, replacement stickers are available from the Delkim shop. once we're back up and running again. So yes, spare stickers for rotary controls or the dome labels. They're sold in sets. So yes, they're all available. You can have a complete set, or you can just buy the dome labels in a strip of 5 if you want replacements of those. Obviously, he's lovely. Yeah, Kristaps. Hadias. Latvian. Sorry, chaps. Right. When do you launch a clear case for the RXD? We are not looking to do a clear case for the RXD. Okay, the RXD is perfectly protected. It can sit in your bivvy, no problem at all. We do a black case that goes over the top. Put a clear case over the top, you can't press the buttons, you can't see the LEDs very well, you're muffling the sound, you can't use the rotary control. So a clear case is just not needed. So it's not something that we're going to do. If somebody's so desperate to have a clear case, you know, you're going to restrict the performance of the product by having one. It doesn't need it. It's not going to get damaged. It will work. So no problem. What else we got? I'm whizzing through these, trying to get down. Looks like it's quite a few. I'll go through them as quickly as I can. Once we've run out, that's when we'll stop. There's loads of big lads out there, mate. Would love your clothing 4XL. Okay, Vinny. Well, yes, 4XL. Then I'll have to have a look. That's a big old piece of material, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, when we get back up and running. Thanks for my warranty issue, Craig Sawyer. Yes, no problem. Would you ever consider releasing stainless versions of your alarms? Len Hillman, I don't think so. You know, we've never done that. We make what we make. We don't do specials. We don't modify. We make good products. We concentrate on making them. We don't, you know, one-off specials, little low numbers. Leave that for other people who have that kind of flexibility to be able to do that. You know, we are, you know, not mass production, but you know, we have to keep making so many to be able to make a profit. If you're making just a god's stainless steel one, it costs a fortune. So yeah, not something that we do. We just make what we make, and then that's it. What we got? Any more questions? How can I order a spare battery cover for the Standard Plus? Thanks. Again, download the app. So download the app, and there you will see it's got spares. And you can pick your spares from there. It'll be from the discontinued models because we no longer make the Plus range. Battery door, order it, away you go. Okay. Sorry, so medium setting on the TXI is first beat. Powered car, yes. Medium setting with night marking is the first one. The default setting is medium, no night marking. Okay, so if you turn it off and back on in, it goes back to how it was. It doesn't have a memory. The new alarms have a memory, so whatever you set, the lights on it or LEDs on it will stay the same. Okay. Jason Whitty, my Delks all screening, all screening, all 3. What do I do? What? So you just turn them on and they're all making noise. Screaming, there we go. Okay, then it's something we'll have to look at when we get back up and running. If they're all 3 doing them, then something's gone amiss there. Surprising to have 3 go. You know, to have 1 go is weird. So we'll have to have a see. Get it back to us as soon as we're back and running. Download the app, booking the repair, get it back to us, and we'll have a look at them for you, see what's going on. Can't need a bit more information, you know, whether they were working perfectly before you stopped fishing, or they've been put away for an extended period of time. Give us a bit more information. I can give you a bit more of an idea of what's going on. Michael Goodyear, what are the numbers on the carbon snag ears, please? Do you mean the code numbers for what product? Okay, so we've got two types of snag ears. Let me flip back to be able to see what's going on. 2 types of snag ears. I'll keep them in the center for our Instagram people. So this is for the old alarms. So the product code is DP027. He says, read in the back. So with the yellow packaging is for the old. V2 version, you can see there, that's for the new ones, and they are DD009. Okay, black for the new, yellow for the old. I must have said that a number of times over these weeks, but we'll see. Hopefully these videos and stuff have been useful. If you do have any more feedback on what I've been doing, or you want me to go over some more stuff, then I'm happy to look at that as well. This is kind of what this is looking at, is seeing what we got. Wayne Tester, how much is a full set with the txi-d receiver and all the trimmings? Well, we just gave away a prize, which was three alarms, receiver, hangers, black box, weights, accessories. That was over 780 quid worth of stuff. So that's what a full set with you. The retail price of the txi-ds with the receiver is 557, so not massively different from the old, and certainly very competitive compared to other people's. So 557 gets you a set of alarms. If you want to add the accessories, then you can just do that as you wish. What we got? What are the external dimensions of the black box storage case, please? Oh, I really should have bought a ruler. You're asking me questions here that I can't answer correctly. But I can show you one, and I can show you inside one, and then you can kind of see for yourself. I don't have that. Maybe I'll post it directly on someone. So let me just show you, man with a black box. So this is a black box. You can see how the alarms are and roughly how much space there is there. So you can probably work that one out yourself, roughly. But I'll see if I can measure it up a bit later, or certainly tomorrow, and come back to you on that. Cyprian Jura, I've just bought a new set of txi-ds and want to ask you about the right setup for long range fishing. Go back over our stream or go back on YouTube. We have done a thing about response and beep speed and setting up those things on the alarms. That's the best thing. If you then need a little bit more help, then come back to me. It's not just about how far you're fishing out, it's about the weather conditions. You need to balance it out. You just need to not get false beeps. Always set more sensitive than you need. Start with the default beep speed, which is level 4. Get used to setting it and get your fishing right then. And if you feel you want to adjust the beep speed, go from there. I've done a whole thing about beep speed. I did a comparison the other day against the old one, so you can see exactly how that, the benefits of doing that. So we can go from there. Could you demonstrate the response level on the EVD, please? Thanks. It is the same as the txi-d. So when I was demonstrating the response, it is exactly the same. There's no difference. It has the full response control. That's Leon Holloway. So if you have a look back on the videos I've done when I've been using the txi-d, okay, I've had a txi-d on display, did a whole thing on sensitivity again, on response. It's exactly the same. The only thing it hasn't got is beep speed. So if you just take out anything to do with the change of the beep speed, response is there. Massives of response, right up and right down. Okay, let's go through a few more. Let's see if I can get some Instagram going. This was causing me a bit of a trouble. I don't want to leave these people out because they keep having a go at me wanting to be part of this, and I've tried my best. So let's see if I can get hold of them now. Let's see if that's worked. Don't even know if it's come on. I can't see any comments, so maybe I'll have to go back over them. Still struggling with that one, trying to get Instagram on here at the same time. It's not the easiest thing to do, so sorry Instagram people. Hopefully the questions from other people are helping you as well. Can I make my old Delkim into a TXI? Barry Deer. If you've got a TXI, not a TXI Plus, then the answers are sorry. If you've got an old standard alarm and not a TXI, old standard alarm and not a standard Plus, sorry, let's get that right, then you would need TX2000 transmitters and an RX2000 or RX2004 receiver. If you have a standard Plus, then you would need a TX Plus plug-in transmitter. I don't have one of those here, and then an RX Plus Pro receiver to go with it. So they're getting a bit like rocking horse poo, but that's what you would need if you wanted to upgrade to the Delkim system on that. what we got here. I have aqua soft covers on my alarms. Have you ever considered doing them? Nick, we have had a look at the soft pouch idea. It's not something that's been completely dismissed, but the hard cases do provide such more robust cover. So it'd be more of a, if I'm being honest, a money making exercise, the soft covers, if people really wanted them, but there's no practical need for them. So I'm just trying to see if I can get on Instagram. So yes, but we haven't got any further on it yet. The hard cases do the job. What's the 2 line clips all about on the slim light to hold the line? Is one for tight lines? Yes, pounds cup. Again, I've done a whole thing on hangers. So if you just go back, it's on our YouTube, it's still on the Facebook page. I've done a whole thing on hangers showing you each one from the beginning ones we did through to our most recent ones, and it shows you all about that. It has a 2-position line clip. Where's it gone? Where's the one I'm talking about? So it has a 2-position line clip. I'll get that close. You can see. So it's got, I did this last night too, magnet there and balls there. So you pull it down into the 2 bar magnets there, and that gives you a fixed position, and then it also has a running position. So you've got the best of both worlds if you fish that kind of style. What's this? We're making a bivvy light that comes on with a run, and also we'll be making security device that detects intruders like carp crossing done to connect to Fox receivers. Okay, Nicholas, Lucas, 1. We have a run light facility, so all the LEDs will come on when you get a run. That's a feature of our receiver, so don't need an extra bit of kit. It lights up when you get a run, so it will light the bivvy up. You get your boots on, and we also have an IMU, a movement detection system, on our bite alarms. So we don't, so if somebody physically tries to move the alarms when you set it, it also sets off the anti-theft on the receiver. So again, that is a feature that no other bite alarm has. It's a patented feature, so it's an additional security. PIR detectors is something that we've looked at, but we can't seem to see any benefit in them. They're not reliable enough. It's very difficult. You're going to get all sorts moving around at night, not just thieves. You're going to get wildlife, and PIR detectors are easily set off infrared. So we've got a movement system. No other system has, bite alarm system has that. So maybe it's worth having a look at that on our new txi-ds. What else we got? Just Restream. I've got 100 messages. Well done. So I'm using Restream software. So this is what's allowing me to talk to everybody. George Anderson on YouTube. Had that TXIs for 5 years. Fantastic product. So I'm just whizzing through these as much as I can. I know we're over 7 o'clock now. We've still got people on, so I'm just going to see what we got here. So Mark, the new snag ears, the numbers 1 or 2, they're orientated, so there's 1 and 2. So 1 is left and 1 is right. So I don't know which one's which. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm very sorry. I'm trying to look now in the box. Let me just double check. Man goes and searches little box of bits again. Have I got a 1 and a 2? I don't know what you're after. So it depends which way you're looking at it. So from the back. So from the back of the alarm, has that got 1 on it? Yes. So from the back of the arm, this is a number 2, and it goes on that side. And then obviously I haven't got number 1 to hand, but it's pretty obvious. So this is your number 2. So if I'm looking from the front of the alarm, so your right hand side is number 2, left hand side number 1. If I'm looking from the back, vice versa. Okay, Michael? You've been asking about snag ears a lot. I don't know quite what you're after. I've been messaging you and screws and all sorts. So anyway, here we go. There we go. So Jordan has answered. Vincent Murray. New Delkims are better than the old. One reason, because they don't clutter in the rain. Yes. Well, they don't clutter in the rain. We have the DND function, which I think is what Guy's referring to there. So yes, obviously you have vibration system. If things hit the line, when you get a short, sharp shower, hailstones, the lot, it can bounce around and then it passes. If you're getting false bleach, you can overdo that. You can turn the response down or sensitivity down to overcome that. But our DND function, which I have shown in videos, and I will probably repeat it again if people want to see that, means that it will ignore single pulses. So when you get a heavy weather, or hailstone, spring. If we were fishing, we were getting that heavy weather. It'll ignore any of those single beats, and if you get something that's continuous for 4 seconds, it kicks back in and works. So it's a really great feature. If you haven't seen it, check out the videos. It is really, really good and does away with all those beats when suddenly you get, short, sharp shower, and then when it passes, you turn it off, or it times out after 15 minutes. Okay. Anthony Clark, hi Lee. I get a weird loud interference sound on my receiver sometimes for no apparent reason on the TXI Plus. What's this, please? Okay. The old system is analog, so once you get activation from the alarm from the TXI Plus, if there are any strong radio signals around, then the receiver will try and latch onto those, and that's when you get the distortion, and then it realises it's not a TXI and it turns itself off. So first thing, make sure you're using it in L position, local. Local reduces the range of the receiver to 50 meters, maximises your battery life, minimises any interference. 2, make sure you've not got your receiver sat near any electrical equipment you've got with you when you're fishing, i.e. a power pack, or if you've got a laptop, or people take kit with them, but keep it just apart by about half a meter or so, and that should solve that problem. If it's doing it in local all the time everywhere you go, then it might be something that we can have a look at, and maybe it come back to me. If it's doing it with all 3 alarms, or it's 1 alarm, that makes a difference. If it's just 1 alarm, it could be the alarm that's at fault. If it's doing it with all the alarms, then it points the finger at the receiver. Can you explain what beat speed is? Danny Moss, yes, but not now. It's too big a thing to be able to show. I've done a whole thing on beat speed, and I can repeat it again if people want to see, but the videos are up there. Just search through our YouTube, or search through the stream on here, and then the feed on here, and then you will see I've done a whole thing on beat speed in a couple of places. When I did the one on features against the old and the new, there was a perfect demonstration of how beat speed gives a big advantage over the old system, and you might be worth looking at that. Hello. Does Delkim have extras compared to any other? Is it the sensitivity, no roller? Yes, with vibration. It's only that's what sets us all apart against any other system. So that's vibration, a little vibration, no moving parts. So that picks up. If I turn that on, I've not got it set very sensitive, so you can hear that. So that's the vibration of the line, and also then if the linear movement of the line. So that's the big difference of ours that no other bite alarm has. Okay, they don't have vibration only bite alarms, and that gives you so many more advantages over a wheel. Pre-indication of the bite being the main thing, which eventually leads to more fish on the bank, and that's been proven over many years. Let's see, get a few more in. Let's see how many more we got before we go. How many more missions? I'm getting to the end. Good. What we got? Let's just see what we got. Do I need to firmware? Lloydster Marriott. Do I need a firmware update on my receiver? I've struggled to connect my TXI Plus alarms. If it connects at all, then no. If you've bought a new TXI Plus and it doesn't connect to your receiver, then it may well be that you need a software update for those two to talk to each other. Because if you've got an older manufactured receiver from about 2008 and earlier, and you've bought a new TXI Plus to go to your set that was made after that, then the code, because each alarm has an individual code, and those codes won't be recognised by your old receiver. The software update allows it to recognise all the codes from the more recently manufactured alarms. So that will be there. Michael Lane, can you do a demo on the smart clip? That was the first Facebook Live I did a couple of weeks ago now, however long we've been in lockdown. It's all there. And that gives you a full demo on the smart clip. And that's where we are. So it looks like I've kind of got through everybody there. If you do have any more questions, then pop them on the feed. I will desperately try and work out how the hell I'm going to talk to you guys on Instagram. I thought I'd be able to see people posting comments, but I'm not sure whether it's worked at all on Instagram today. I am learning, so I'm sorry. I may just do an Instagram only one, and maybe for Q&A purposes I'll just do an Instagram only one, so you guys might get a day off from me, or so I can do something else. But hopefully this has been of some benefit to you. I'm trying to answer things as honestly and truthfully as I can, whether they're critical questions or people just need help. So I'm not scared to answer, and we never are. We stand up here, we have to be counted. Nothing is perfect in this world, and a company is measured by how it deals with its problems when they arise, not just when everything's going perfect. So hope you're all well. Okay, I appreciate you people coming on board and watching me do this. I do enjoy it, and I'm trying to learn to get things a little bit better. But it was quite good to be across so many things today. So thank you again. And if you need anything or you want anything, go over again. Then post it on here, and I'll reread it, and then we'll get some content going for tomorrow night. I'll let you know, or I might do a Instagram only if this hasn't worked tonight for the Instagram people, and then come back to you guys on Thursday. Is it Thursday? Wow, days are going into one. So yes, so it's Wednesday, tomorrow, Thursday. So hopefully I've helped some people there. There's lots of questions, and if there's anything I haven't answered, I'll come back to you as soon as I can. Okay. Oh, go on then. One question just before we leave. So Vincent, why do you guys have the best customer service? Please elaborate. Why do we have the best customer service? Shall I let everybody else answer that question? I'll try. We have one. We look after all our customers, so even discontinued products, we continue to repair for as long as we can. So we're still doing our Plus range, which was from 2003. So not many people in the industry are repairing products that they had in 2003. We're also pretty cost effective, with an average cost of repair being somewhere between 20 to £25, sometimes less. It's never it's never much more than that. We have a 10-day turnaround when we're normally working, so we have a specific 10-day turnaround. This is in the UK. If you're sending stuff from outside the UK, then that's always going to be slightly different, because we have to send it via our distributor. So you return it to the shop, and then you send it back to the distributor. But we're also trying to make that so that's as minimal time as possible. But you have to be aware that you're buying a product that's come from the UK. We are a small company. We are not Apple, Samsung, Sony, who have a distribution unit in every country that they can then do repairs from. So it has to come back to the UK. So there is a slight time, but everything that comes back to the UK is dealt with within 10 working days. We do have the odd problem with the shops hanging on to stuff in Europe and not sending it back quickly enough, and they're not necessarily giving their customers the best customer service. Some are better than others, as always in this world, but and we fix everything, and we do the best job that we can, and we do it cost effectively. So hopefully that's as good as I can say. So I thank you, and I hope you have yourselves a very good evening. I'm going to go and have a little rest now. It's just to let you know, it is Del Romang's birthday today. So this is the founder of Delkim, my dad. So we're going to go and have a little Zoom chat. I won't tell you how old he is. He might not appreciate it, but we're going to have a little Zoom chat, and as a family, as we're all split up, and have a little celebratory drink with him from afar, as he's locked in severe lockdown. So he's part of that age group. That's about as much as I'm going to tell you. So I thank you again for your company. I hope it's been of some use, and we will do this again soon. I will let you know. I might do Instagram only tomorrow, and then come back to you guys on Thursday. But let me have some content and what you might want to see, and then we can do something more constructed later in the week. Okay, thanks guys. take care, be safe, stay home. Thanks for being part of